Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a what sold video, but it's going to be a little bit different. It's not going to be like what sold for the month of whatever the case may be. I'm going to pick a certain amount of items from each platform that I sell on, and I'm going to tell you what sold for the week. And I figured I'd do 6 for this week because why not? It won't always be 6. It'll probably be 4. It'll probably be 5. Just depends on what I feel like doing. It's just going to kind of give you an idea of what is selling for me. Full disclosure, again, before I begin the video, every reseller is different. Some resellers find really high-end, super awesome, amazing items. Just depends on where they find them. Other resellers find lots of bread and butters, and that's what they're comfortable with. That's all that their schedule can allot for. Totally cool. Some resellers do consignment. Some resellers don't. Some resellers are given things, so they'll profit more. Also, just because this brand sells for me doesn't mean it's going to sell for you. Thrift stores, pay attention to this one, because I know if you're watching this video, you're going to be like, oh, now I'm going to start marking this up. And that's not how that works. We do a lot of research as resellers into what brands are selling, what styles are selling. It isn't just, oh, this is cute and it's J. Crew, I'm going to pick it up. No, that's not how that works. So just to let you know, if you are a thrift store and you're watching these kind of videos to be able to price your items a little bit higher, this is not how that works. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. The first platform that I'm going to talk about is eBay. Excuse me. One of the items that sold for this week is a Victoria's Secret Angels satin chemise slip. It's size large and it was $28. I did not pay for shipping. Well, actually, I did pay for shipping, sorry. So I can't remember how much I paid for shipping on that one. It was first class package. It was like less than $3. So that's how much I paid for it. That's not how much I profited off of it. And also after eBay fees, yada, 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 all that stuff. So I've had that on Poshmark for a while, and then I cross-listed it to eBay. I don't think I ever cross-listed it to Mercari, but I did cross-list it to eBay, and then it sold within a little bit of time. The next thing that I want to talk about is a logo layers color block tunic. It's a sleeveless tunic, size medium, that sold for $22. I will always pick up Logo or Lori Goldstein, I don't know how you say that, and I feel like I said it wrong, but I always pick up that brand if it's in quality condition, if there's not a whole bunch of pilling, and if the pattern is just right, because it does tend to sell pretty well for me. It isn't like a huge profit brand, but it is a decent profit. And it also depends on what platform you're trying to sell it on. Most of the time it'll go on eBay for a substantial amount. And I did not pay for shipping on that one. The next item I want to talk about are a pair of Jessica Simpson yellow pumps. The name of those pumps are Oscar, and they were a size 8.5B. Those sold for $20 plus $4 shipping. So I did pay a little bit of the shipping cost to have it, you know, to ship it out. I don't like to charge too much for shipping if I can help it. I like to be able to help out the buyer. So they only paid $4 for shipping. But if they do get returned to me, they're going to have to pay full shipping. So there's that. The next platform I want to talk about is Mercari. I'm going to tell you right now, if you are not cross-listing your items to Mercari, you absolutely should. I've been on Mercari since 2017. I think that was the second platform that I went on. First it was Poshmark, then it was Mercari, then it was eBay. And Mercari has always come in clutch for me. I've neglected it so many times just because I was constantly going back and forth from Poshmark to eBay. And ever since I started giving Mercari more attention, it's been giving me more attention and more love. So I appreciate you, Mercari. Plus, they've changed so many things on that site, and it's so amazing now. Excuse me. It's that time of year. My voice is going to start going. But one of the first items I want to talk about that sold on there are a pair of Vans Galaxy sneakers. Those are a size 6.5. I had originally purchased those shoes for myself to wear, but I didn't like the way that they looked on me because I am short, and shoe styles like Vans tend to make me look shorter. I don't know, whatever. But those sold for $15. I did offer free shipping. Excuse me. But I used a padded flat rate. Oh no, my dog just ran right into the camera. Thanks, Trixie. I didn't really profit much, but again, I bought those cheap for myself, and yeah, so. The next thing I want to talk about is a Florida Gators starter sweatshirt that's a size large that sold for $21. This sweatshirt had been sitting on Poshmark for the longest time. It was getting all sorts of likes, but nobody was buying it, which is another reason that, you know, likes don't necessarily mean a thing. I took it down and I modeled it myself, and I put tried to put like a funny little catchy caption, like, you know, females modeling it, because let's face it, guys, you know, your girlfriend's gonna take your sweater or whatever. It was a unisex kind of thing, but I felt like modeling it really helped make it sell, because it did sell shortly after I relisted it with the modeling pose. I listed it on Poshmark, and then I cross-listed it to Mercari, and it sold on Mercari, so that was pretty good. Then last thing from Mercari that I want to talk about is the pair of Old Navy Girls Glitter ankle booties, size 5. I think I made a video, I talked about those in like a shoe haul where I bought those for my daughter and she said she didn't want them. Those were size 5 in kids. Those sold for $17, so pretty good there. The next thing I want to talk, or the next platform I want to talk about is Poshmark, which is still my #1, even though sometimes we have a love-hate relationship, Poshmark and I. She is still my favorite platform to sell on. My next favorite would be Mercari, and eBay is kind of like my whatever doesn't get listed on Poshmark and Mercari, or whatever's been sitting there, I just throw it on eBay and hope for the best. So Poshmark, one of the items that sold was a Hugo Guinness for J. Crew mug. I think that sold for best offer. I had it for $18. I sent out an offer to Liker for it sold for $16, but I had it for $18. I sent out an offer for $16 plus $4.99 shipping. So I ended up eating a little bit of the cost, but I didn't get that mug for very much at all. I honestly don't remember how much I paid for that mug. I don't necessarily think I would be comfortable saying anyway, just because that I don't really like that kind of stuff. But yeah, but I did make a little bit of a decent profit on that mug. The next thing that I want to talk about is a Jessica Howard Fit and Flare belted stripe dress with pockets, size 12. That sold for $30. I had it listed for $50. I'm gonna say I can't remember, but I did have it listed for $50. I went back and forth with the buyer on the counter offering and all that stuff. They initially offered me a little bit lower than I would want, so I counter offered, and then they kind of met me in the middle. So that sold for $30. They paid for the full shipping with that. The dress is beautiful. It is in like new condition, absolutely perfect. I really hope that she likes it. And the last item that I want to talk about is a White House Black Market boat neck shift dress, size medium. It was new with tags. That sold for $30. I'm pretty sure that sold for full asking price. I had lowered the price like a couple of times because I had it listed a little bit higher just so that I can, you know, obviously counter and stuff like that with buyers. Again, that's one of those dresses that had a substantial amount of likes. It was constantly being shared, but the right buyer came along a couple of months later. I try not to have anything listed for more than a year. I know some people, they have like a shorter time limit, but I don't. I feel like if somebody's going to buy it, they're going to buy it when the time is right. I just got to focus on things selling when they sell. So yeah, so those are well, it wasn't really 6 items, was it? It was 9 items. I talked about 9 items. Here we go. I was like, I'm going to do 6, but I just ended up talking about all these other things. But yeah, those were 9 items, not 6 items that sold on 3 different platforms. If you really branch out, you're able to sell a whole bunch of stuff, and well, I don't mean like millions of dollars worth of stuff, but you're able to focus your time and energy on different things. You'll probably start making substantial sales. So yeah, I'm really excited about all the stuff that's been selling since I've become full-time. I was experiencing a little bit of the summer slowdown, but that wasn't really too much for me because I was part-time at the time. And then now we're coming into where people are really starting to purchase more stuff. So I'm starting to see more movement in my Poshmark closet, Mercari, eBay, even with all the glitches and stuff that are happening. So yeah, so if you want to get a little bit of an idea of what items are selling for the week, come back to this channel. I'll try to do more of those. It's a lot better and a lot easier for me to do what sold for the week than monthly thing, because I can't just sit down one day and be like, oh, this sold for the whole month. So yeah, I talked about 9 items that sold, not 6. I don't know why I thought I was going to talk about 6. Guys, honestly, like, this mom brain school year thing is really getting to me right now. So yeah. So there's 9 items that sold this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys come back for another one. Thank you for sticking with me. If you've been watching me from the beginning, you know that I really don't edit out these videos and I kind of just go with the flow, whatever. I really don't care. You guys are listening to me, you guys are watching me, and I really appreciate it. You guys have no idea how much I appreciate this. I love making YouTube videos. I love when you guys ask me questions, and I really do love it. So I hope you all are having a wonderful October. Stay warm, stay safe, and that's it. Bye.